Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth from Silvernest Homeschooling, and you might know that I love games and that my kids enjoy games and that we've used a lot of games in our homeschool, but I wanted to go over something that is, I think if you're a game schooling family or if you just have a lot of resources to consider. I'm going to take you and show you what I'm in the middle of and why my brain is going a little right now and why I'm going to make some hard choices that seem contrary to our goals, but I think are going to help us long term. And if you look around, just kind of tilt you down a little bit, you can see that I am in the middle of what is known as end of the year cleaning, organizing, and figuring out all the things. I'm going to turn you around so I can show you. What we've got is next year's history, last year's life skills class, new books that are coming in. These are books, school books, and curriculum that are leaving because we're finished with them, mostly because we're finished with them. And then we have all the pile of games I didn't play this year with my kids for history that I meant to. And so I'm going to set them out and strew them around the house so that I can actually be inspired to use them. But then we come to these games, which are great. This is a fabulous game. However, we've had this at our house for probably 5 years now, and we played it once. And Founding Fathers, I'm going to try my best to get it played this week, and if not, it's going to join viral, which these are checked out from our library. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the library things that are board games, and if we have not played them this year, or they're not scheduled to be on the science list next year, then I'm actually going to give them back. And I'm also going to go through these games, which is prepping for my science class, and I'm going to divide them into two categories. Now, it's partly because I went overboard with the games that I can even do this. So maybe you're looking at a place of lack, and I'm sorry. Again, these were slow purchases over a long period of time. They were not done quickly. They were years of gifts from family members and from my purchases. And what I'm doing here is I am making a potentially keep pile, a very much keep pile, and a probably giveaway pile. And it's hard to make those decisions, but I think at the end of it, we're going to discover something that is called a manageable amount of resources. When you are working, trying to plan something for your kids, you can get so excited about going out and buying all the things, all the hands-on things, all the coloring books, all the activities, all the STEM sets, all the science kits, or in my case, all the board games. And you get to a point where you have too much. You made a mistake, you bought something, you didn't use it, but you hang on to it because financially I spent money on that. It is time in faith to let those things go so they can go to a family that is truly going to get help by them. And so that your brain is not trying to maintain and take care of all the things, and so that you can focus on the most important things. Let's say that you're trying to set your schedule up for the week. You have your A priorities, this must be done no matter what. Your B priorities, this is important. And your C priorities, I would like to get this done, but it doesn't go into the A or the B category. And the D are the things that could be put off to next week or next year, and it'll be fine. Right, my hair is like going all kinds of crazy. Anyway. Now, what you decide fits into those categories is what you decide fits in those categories. So if you decide that playing that board game is an A priority, it's an A priority, okay? You don't have to use someone else's measurement of what is considered valuable or not valuable or important or not important. For me and my husband, making art is an A priority. That is our job. That is our joy. That is where we... Playing is a priority. Going to the beach is a priority. Being with our kids is a priority. We've taken less money so that we can do the lifestyle that is important to us. So we have that as an A, B, C. That's our rock. That's our big thing. That's what we go in first, is being with our kids and paying our bills, right? And making art. So for you, you get to decide what those things are. But what happens is when we try to keep too many doors open of opportunity and possibility, I love the quote that says, I dwell in the possibility. I just love that. But the problem can be when it comes to the tangible, too many open doors can make it hard for you to make decisions, and you can feel overwhelmed and feel like you're always behind and you've never played enough things and you've never done enough things, and that pile of wish list becomes a stranglehold around your neck, a guilt pile, if you must. Some people refer to it in the board game community as the shelf of shame when they haven't played games that they own. I don't think of them as shelf of shame, as opportunity, as long as I'm excited and I'm looking forward to them. But I don't want shame in my house in any way, shape, or form, and neither should you, okay? So I give you permission, if you need permission today, let go of the things that are stopping you from homeschooling with the intent and integrity and purpose, or even in other parts of your life. Be the driver of the car. If the things are not serving your family well, they're probably great ideas. They're probably great choices. You probably saw something online and thought this is perfect, or you saw someone else use it, or you picked it up yourself. Perfect, wonderful piece of curriculum. But I'll show you what happens sometimes. Sometimes you decided to buy curriculum in advance, take you over here for my own person, to be ready for when your kids needed it. And so you picked up the junior version of chemistry and physics because it was great curriculum and you were going to use it. And as I flip through this, you will notice these are brand new. Now, my kids did eventually do Exploring Creation, but by the time they got around to it, they were too old for the junior books. And so I have then kept these for 4 more years, trying to sell them or trying to find a way to get value back from them because I paid full price, brand new online. But you know what the reality is? These are big. They're taking up a lot of space in my world, and they're taking up space in my brain. And every time I see them, I feel bad that I spent the money, and I feel bad that I haven't found a home for them. But I am going to do something crazy. I'm going to sow these in faith. I'm going to take them to a place where a bunch of homeschoolers meet all the time, and I'm going to drop them off, and I'm going to walk away. And I'm going to trust that they're going to get to the right person who needed it, who maybe didn't have the money for it this year, who didn't know what they want to do with their kids this year. And I'm going to trust that there's the people that needed this curriculum. And I'm going to trust that when I need something, it's going to come along and it's going to boomerang back when I need it. But by holding on to things that we don't need, or that we bought too much of, or that we thought we were supposed to do, or we meant to use and we didn't, this book is a good example. It's been fine, but it hasn't been great. Letting it go. This one, we're done with this unit. Letting it go. Let it go, guys. Let's do the Elsa moment. Let it go. I give you permission as you're cleaning out your homeschool stuff from last year. What worked, what didn't work, and what are you not going to use in the future? Make the decision today. Be at peace about it. Release that stuff. And, it's not going to help you by keeping it, right? It's not going to get the money back. It's, try to sell it if you want to. But in general, trust. You learned this didn't work for you, and just release it. So anyway, have a fabulous day. Mama 4, homeschooling almost 11 years done, 12 years coming. Graduating my first senior. And so anyway, there's some wisdom for me. Maybe you not purchase too much this season. Slow down, mama. Oof, I forgot and bought books I didn't mean to, but we will get it. Every year we do a little better. All right, many hugs, many loves. Bye.